Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to animate a search bar. So this is what we are going to create. So when you click, it will animate, it will expand in an animating way, and when you will blur it out, it will contract back. So let's start the video. So now you know what we are going to develop. So let's quickly start the development process. So I have a code sandbox open right over here. So in the source folder, I'll just create a new folder called components. So this is a usual thing that we always do. So I'll create a new file called search.jsx, and in search.jsx, I'm going to export a component called search, which is going to be an arrow function, and which is going to again return a simple div, and in the div we are going to put a simple input component, right? So I'll give it a class name of search, and okay, here we have to put it here. So yeah, so I'll give it a class name of search, and this I'll give it a class name of input, right? So we are since also going to need framer motion, so I'll just import framer motion. And if you are using code sandbox, or you can do it just the way I did, or if you're using uh, VS Code or any other editor, use npmi framer motion just like this, and you will be able to install framer motion in the dependencies, or right. So framer motion is already here, and this is input. So let's just save it and import this input right into our main file. That is, we are going to add search, and if you see, the search bar is already over here, right? So I gave some properties, so I'll just write flex direction, and it is going to be column, right? So in here, let's put search, and give it a margin top of 1 rem, just to separate it from the others. And search is here, and inside search, so dot search, and inside search there is a input, right? Let's see. Yeah, class name is input, and in input we are going to give a padding of 1 rem, 0.5 rem from top and 1 rem from sides. And also we are going to give a border radius of 0.5 rem. So, and we'll give it a border, or maybe 0.5 pixels, 0.5 pixels solid gray. Or if you don't want to give it a gray, there's a very nice color called E4, E4, E7. And this is how it will look like, right? So let's now start the animating, or also let's give a placeholder value. Placeholder, we're going to say enter, right? Or maybe we can write search here, something like that. So we'll just save it, and this is here. So right now you see there is no interaction when we are clicking. It's because we have not added framer. So what we'll do is, inside this we'll add a motion wrapper, right? Motion dot div, and similarly a motion dot div here, and we'll just pull it here. We'll save it. It will say motion is not here. So what we'll do is we have to import motion from framer motion. Right now, if you see, this is perfectly fine. Right now, if you have some issues with framer, so a link is already up on this particular side, you can just check. So initial value we are going to give false, because we don't want to animate it add immediately. So in animate prop, what we'll do is we'll just leave it here. So we have to keep a track when this was clicked or when this is in focus, right? So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to write on focus, and this is going to be a function. And similarly on blur also we are going to on blur means when it is out of focus, right? So again, this is going to be an arrow function. what is missing. Yes, so I'll just save it, and now here we'll add is focused, FOCUSED, and set is focused, FOCUSED, which is initially going to be false, right? So but whenever focus is there, what we have to do is set is focused to whatever state it was, we have to do the opposite of that. Similarly, also for here we have to, or maybe we can simply put true or false, right? That can also be done. When focused, set is focused true. When focus is not there, set is focused as false, right? So now we have a state which tracks this. So in animate, what we are going to do is we are going to give it a width. Also, since we are going to animate the width, we have to initially give it a width, right, which we will ultimately animate. So let's give it an initial width of 200 pixels. Let's see what it do, and 300 pixels on this. So let's just see if it's working or not. Okay, I'll just save. So we have to do a slight modification here in the style.css. We just have to add the value of width is equal to 100%, because since we are not directly animating the input prop, we are we are directly animating the div outside. So we have to take the width of the container, right? So we have to add width 100% here, right? So initially let's put it as 200 pixels, and this particular width we are going to add when is focused as true, and when it is focused as false, we again put it back to 200 pixels, right? So we'll just click on this, and here we should also add the transition properties. If you want to know more about transition properties, the video is right over here on the right hand side. So this time we are going to give it a type of spring, because we wanted to follow the spring physics, and we'll give a stiffness, that is the string stiffness of 300, and a damping of around 20. So we'll just save it, and let's change it and say click to animate. So once you save and once you click, you see a spring effect. As soon as you focus, this happens, and as soon as you unfocus, or when you blur out, this is what is happening. So this is that one thing that you can do and add into your application to add a little more of a visual feedback, right? So that's all for this video, and if you are interested in more videos with frame of motion, to subscribe to the channel, and more useful content will be coming. No clickbaits, no nonsense, right? So that's all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.